What's up, heroes of Dominion? It's Zeus, and I've got something fascinating for you today. You've seen Cascade dominate, but the developers may have left us subtle clues pointing toward a surprising partner. The results of this pairing are explosive, and once you see how it works, you'll understand why it could shift entire battles. In the Cascade event boss fights, I noticed something interesting. From Chapter 1 to Chapter 4, Judge was always included as one of the given heroes for Cascade battles. At the start, we had Lars and Krista alongside him, but by Chapter 4 it was only Judge and Krista who remained as mandatory picks. Now, the developers rarely hand us answers directly, they like to drop subtle hints instead. And that got me thinking, could this be their way of nudging us toward a hidden synergy between Judge and Cascade? My curiosity got the better of me, so I started testing it. And what I discovered is something that might just blow your mind. When you put Judge and Cascade together, Cascade's damage output skyrockets. You can clearly see this spike when you look at battle reports. But here's the strange part, if you examine Judge's skill descriptions, nothing on paper suggests he should boost Cascade. So why does this pairing work so well? To answer that, we need to break it down starting with Cascade's skill, Refluence. Every time Cascade returns from using Tidal Wave, he applies watermarks to enemies. These watermarks are crucial, because they act as the trigger for additional damage. Any enemy carrying a watermark takes bonus magic damage from Cascade, around 20,000 per hit. And that's just the base number. With buffs from magic attack artifacts, war flag patterns, and even pet patronages, that bonus damage can climb much higher in real battles. The key detail here is this, the condition isn't limited to Cascade returning from Tidal Wave. What really matters are the watermarks themselves. That means if other heroes add watermarks, Cascade will still trigger his bonus damage. And who else applies watermarks? Krista and Lars. Together with Cascade, they form a small trio of watermark dealers. What makes them especially dangerous is that these marks are not classified as negative effects, so they can't be blocked or cleansed by skills like Sebastian's Ode of Serenity or Nebula's Serenity. Once the watermarks are on, they stay, and Cascade will punish enemies for it. Now let's shift the focus back to Judge. His main skill, Iron Cyclone, unleashes a storm of lightning that strikes each enemy 4 times, dealing magic damage with every hit. Then, when upgraded with his Ascension skill Resonating Iron Cyclone, the ability doesn't just stop there. At the end of the cyclone, Judge releases an additional electric jolt that chains between enemies twice more, dealing damage and briefly stunning anyone it touches. Put that together and Judge is actually landing 6 separate strikes in one skill rotation, 4 from the cyclone itself and 2 from the resonating effect. But here's where it gets interesting, those 6 strikes don't just hit one target. They hit all 5 enemies. That means one Judge ultimate can produce up to 30 individual hits in a single cast. Now picture this, if all 5 enemies are carrying watermarks at that moment, each of those 30 hits becomes a trigger for Cascade's Refluence. That's 30 separate procs of bonus damage, roughly 600,000 extra magic damage on top of Judge's own numbers. And here's the kicker, that damage isn't recorded under Judge in the battle report. It shows up under Cascade, making Cascade look like the heavy lifter. This explains why Cascade's performance skyrockets when paired with Judge, even though the connection isn't obvious at first glance. And remember, these numbers can go even higher. With support from heroes like Nebula, pets that boost magic attack, and magic attack artifacts, the scaling gets out of control. The synergy doesn't just increase damage a little, it can easily double what you'd normally expect. But here's the challenge. Cascade plays at a much faster pace than Judge. In quick, explosive teams, like lineups with Orion, Fights often end before Judge even gets the chance to cast his ultimate. I experimented with different setups, even putting Judge in the tank slot and supporting him with Aiden to help him survive longer. But even then, his ultimate came too late in many matches. Without Aiden, Judge sometimes got taken down early by heavy hitters like Ishmael. And when I leaned into slower paced setups, Cascade and Orion still wiped out enemy teams so quickly that Judge never got his full moment to shine. So the synergy is real, and it's powerful, but it comes with a catch. As a community, we need to figure out how to build teams that give Judge enough time to fully unleash his potential alongside Cascade. The pieces are there, the damage is there, but unlocking it consistently is the puzzle we still need to solve. So, to wrap this up, the synergy between Judge and Cascade is real, it's powerful, and it can turn battles in your favor if you learn how to time and build around it. We saw how watermarks open the door for Cascade's bonus damage, and how Judge's multi-target strikes can trigger that effect over and over again, stacking massive numbers that don't even show up under his name. The challenge now is figuring out the right setups to make this synergy shine in real fights. But what do you think? Have you tested Judge and Cascade together, and if so, what results have you seen? Drop your experiences and team ideas down in the comments. I'd love to hear how you've been experimenting with this combo. And if you found this breakdown helpful, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next strategy deep dive. We're building this knowledge together, and I don't want you left behind. Remember, every hero has hidden potential, and every battle has a winning strategy. It's up to us to uncover it, refine it, and use it to dominate. Salute and friendship.